Today I am going to teach you a very important lesson in English grammar which will prevail your skill in spoken English as well as to enhance your grammar in the aspect of English language. So basically there are three types of tenses: present tense, past tense and future tense. Each tense has been further divided into four forms. For example, present tense. Present tense is divided into four forms: simple present, present perfect, present continuous, present perfect continuous. In the same way, past tense and future tense have also been divided into four forms. For example, in past tense, past simple, past perfect, past continuous and past perfect continuous. Then in future, simple future, future perfect, future continuous, future perfect continuous. But before proceeding to our topic, we should recall the forms of verb. For example, there are 5 types of verbs. V1 is the base form of the verb. If we even go more deep, it is also the plural form of the verb. Example, go. V2 is the past tense form of the verb. For example, went. V3 is the past participle form of verb. For example, gone. V4 is the present continuous form of the verb or present participle form of the verb, which is base form of the verb plus ing. For example, going, coming, running, etc. V5 is the singular form of the verb. For example, goes, which we will be using in our formulas of tenses. Before starting, I would like you to like this video and subscribe our channel if you haven't, and press the bell icon so that our new grammar lessons reach to you at the earliest. Let's proceed without wasting our time. Here I have written 5 different types of sentences, that is formulas. Have a look here. Positive means affirmative sentences. Negative means not willing to do the work. For example, won't be. Interrogative means positive questioning sentences. Interrogative negative means sentences means negative questioning type sentences. WH sentence means the sentence which starts with WH questioning words. For example, where, when, who, how, why, what. Here is the chart of singular and the plural subject. We should follow this rule while forming sentences in the tenses. Here, he, she, it is a singular subject. I, you, we, they are plural subject. We have to use has for singular subject and have for plural subject. In the same way, does for singular and do for plural. For the negative sense, doesn't we should use in the singular subject and don't for the plural subject. And we should use V5, that is verb 5, in the singular subject only, and verb V1 in the plural subject only. And we should use S for the singular subject only along with the verb. Here an important note, we should add s in the verb if it is assumed as singular, and if we add s with the noun, it is changes to plural. For example, he plays with dolls. Play is a verb, but we are adding s because it is he is the singular subject. So it is not changed to plural form, it is assumed in the singular form only. And if we use s with noun, for example, dolls is here. I have written dolls, so it changes to plural. Now here you can see all the formulas for all 5 types of sentences in past simple. Now you can understand more clearly with examples. In this video, we will be learning all 4 forms of past tense. The detailed explanation video for present tense and future tense is there in the description below. In this tense also we have to follow the same subjective case along with their usage. Similarly, all the tenses form is the same as we learn in the present form of tense. So be attentive and ready to grasp it as quickly as possible. Look at the screen and observe the 5 different types of formulas along with sentences. So let's proceed towards our first type of sentence, that is positive sentence. It is also known as affirmative sentence. Here is the formula for positive sentence: S plus V2 plus object. S means subject, V2 is the past form of the main verb. So for the singular subject, she went to market yesterday, and for the plural subject, they went to market yesterday. Now the second sentence, negative sentence, the formula is S plus did plus not plus V1 plus O object. So for the singular subject, she did not make it didn't go to market yesterday. In the same way, I have written for the plural subject also. Now for the next interrogative sentence. For these, we have to use did first and then subject, then V1 plus object. So for this sentence, did he go to market yesterday? Now interrogative negative sentence. For this, did I have to write in the beginning of the formula, then S plus not plus V1 plus object. So the sentence for the interrogative negative is, did they not go to market yesterday? For the singular subject is, did he not go to market yesterday? Now for the last and the final one, WH question. In this formula, WH word plus did, and for didn't negative sentence, plus subject plus V1 plus object. For positive sentence, why did she go to market yesterday? And for the plural subject, for the negative sentence, why didn't you go to market yesterday? Now the reason is it expresses an action that occurred in past. An action occurred just a little while ago. For example, I ate an apple. An action which occurred on regular basis in past. For example, she worked in a factory. Now the rule, concentrate for the important point. We have to follow the second form of verb is only used in positive sentence. Other all types of sentences like negative, interrogative, interrogative negative, and WH question sentences, first form of verb is used as the main verb and the auxiliary verb is did. Our second form of tense is past perfect tense. Now pause the video and observe the formulas along with sentences. Let's move towards the reason. It is used to demonstrate an action that occurred before another action in the past. There are usually two completed actions in the sentence. One happens before the other. Example: Liam was tired because he had washed his clothes. In this example, there are two actions from the past. They happened in this order. Liam had washed his clothes. First action is the past perfect. We are representing first action is past perfect and the second action is he became tired. That is mean he was tired is the second action. Here our past perfect form of tense is over. I hope you guys understood very well with examples. Now our third form of tense is past continuous. Look at this presented chart. Pause the video and observe it. Here I used verb for, that is means base form of the verb plus ing because it is continuous form, and was for singular subject and were for plural subject. The reason and condition for the past continuous is it expresses the action or event that were ongoing in the past, which began in the past and were still going on. Example: I was watching television when she called me last Sunday. It emphasizes interrupted actions. This is our final form of tense, that is past perfect continuous. Here also we need to follow the same rule except time. I mean, for time reference of the action, two specific words since and for are used in the sentences. The reason for the past perfect continuous is it is used to describe an ongoing action that started in past and continued for some time in past or stopped at some point in the past. Note, the sentence includes a time reference to show that when the action started in past or for how long the action was continued in past. For time reference of the action, two specific words since and for are used in the sentences. For plus period. Period is a duration of time. I mean, from the beginning of the period to the end of the period. Since plus point. A point is a precise moment in time. Now we have completed our past forms of tense. I hope you enjoyed this lesson and go through the point to be remembered. The link of the video for present tense and future tense is provided in the description below. Before moving towards that video, don't forget to subscribe and like this video and surely press the bell icon.